Okay, good afternoon once again. Uh, Whether the screen is visible to you, the screen
Yes,
which I'm
sir.
sharing you now. Okay, we are going to begin today with your module 4, okay, of your public relation subject. Fine. Okay, this public relation, module 4, which is going to deal with the community relations. Fine. And this the interest of organization in having a good relationship with the community, which is directly or indirectly affecting the organization's day-to-day activities. Okay. Sometimes the strategies and objectives of the organization are going to be governed in one or the other way, either it may be a direct or indirectly, by these public relation activities towards the community. Okay, and developing a good relationship between the community and the organization. Okay, so because basically organization which is going to run into the society. Okay, and it has to contribute some one or the other way to the society and well-being of the society, increasing good lifestyle of the people who are residing in that particular society or a community. Fine. So there are certain group of people will be having they are going to exert certain power, okay, in the activities of the organization. Okay, and the organization has to take care of the community. Okay, because it has to return something to the community when it is going to utilize the resources from the community, and even some people who are into the same community will be working with the organization also. Okay, so somewhere the support which those people are going to gain from the community side, that has to be in return. Okay, should be given to the community in the form of some benefits which organization has to take care, okay, of giving them back to the community. Fine. So we go one by one. Okay, so we just go with the certain examples also we have. Apart from that, let's go with some basic information on this community relationship. As I told you people that you take any organization, company or firms, they will be interacting with people, because those people will be representing certain society or say environment into which organization works. Okay. Along with that, the organization is also relying on certain resources which it is going to draw from that particular environment, and those resources which will be helping an organization to run, okay, its operation, without any hurdles or obstacles. So even the resources which is required for any organization, it is available with the environment or the people who are residing in that environment in the form of groups or a community. Okay, and also it is very important that it has to have some mutual understanding with the community or the environment into which it is operating, because as I was telling you people, directly or indirectly, those people community will be having interference in the activities of the organization. So some strategies or objectives which is being framed by the organization, sometimes they will be also having one or the other way of inculcating these type of concepts into those objectives and strategies, which will be developing a mutual understanding between the community and the organization. And also it is going to develop a trust, okay, and a support which those people can get from those community or the environment. So it is very important that generating a trust and support, because the reliance of say the organization on the community for the resources to operate, okay, resources which will be helping them to operate. So developing a trust on the organization from the side of community has to be taken care. And also there should be a support which an organization has to earn from a community which will be helping their operations. Fine. So we have something like community relationship specialists who are very much responsible in developing a good relationship with the community, as well as certain program which those people are going to have in developing a relationship with the community, which will be including like social awareness initiatives or some community awareness initiatives, where one or the other way these organizations will be supporting a community for the problems what those people are facing. Okay, any community problems or societal problems which are prevailing in the present, and certain programs which these community relations specialists or PR people will be developing. Such programs will be adding to the solutions what can be expected. Okay, when the program is implemented into the community, okay, to solve any problems with respect to the society, societal awareness, and also some community awareness regarding certain issues. Fine. So the phrases like community relations narrowly we can understand, and also it's very simple to describe a company's interaction with the community in which it resides. As I told you, where company is made of group of people, okay, and the company or the organization, it resides in a particular environment where there's a dominance of community, which community holds certain type of favorable environment which can be supporting the organization. Fine. Okay, any doubts in your understanding? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. So we have next something like importance of public relation, especially when it comes to the very important or a vital role which is going to be played by PR in in outreaching these programs, community relationship programs. Okay, we go one by one. Like like PR is all about building the relationship. Okay, which will be helping to advance the relationship to the next step, promoting the relationship, and also have some benefit that organization receives in return in the form of reputation what organization is expecting from the community. So community has certain level of expectation towards the organization, and so the respect what a community gives to the organization, or sometimes to an individual department, or to the entire institution or the organization. So PR is all about more communicating certain messages which they want to gain association with the community, right? Which will be advocating it. Also, they are going to support in one or the other, community problems. Okay, they are going to support it, and they are going to have they are going to have some idea that how best organization can help and community in solving the problems, okay, or eradicating the cause of the problems in the community which community is going to face at the present. Fine. And also it will be it adds to a marketing the department for recruitment purpose. If you just recall, having or building good relationship with the community will be helping an organization to have the best candidates who will be applying for the job for the recruitment purpose, where it will be improving the quality applications what an organization receives from the environment. Okay, so due to the good relationship which is being built among the community by the organization, and the reputation which an organization gains from the community will be helping organization in dealing with such type of activities like recruitment, where there is a possibility or that organization receives very quality applications or quality student applicants which will be applying for the job. And obviously having a good input in the organization can lead to the say output can be also equally achieved. Fine. Then we have next, it demonstrates to funding agencies that you can make, making a difference and actually have the results, where they are going to contribute to certain agencies by, giving the donations in improving the issues where those agencies are working on, or say activities are working on certain, societal cause. Okay. And those problems will be solved sometimes by providing certain finance to those groups which are working on the societal problems from the side of organization. Now, it can also improve the reputation of an individual department as well as the organization also, as I told you people in your second point. Now, it can lead to the strong community relationship where you can expect some industrial partnership and even financial support can be also gained by having a good relationship with the community. Okay, so we have certain certain type of process which usually and we say it's a generally which is being used, okay, by PR practitioners or say the community specialist who will be taking care of building a relationship with them from the side of organization. Okay, so this goes it usually starts with an objective. What is the reason behind developing a relationship with the community? So there may be multiple reasons why any organization looks into having a proper relationship with the community. What is the reason behind it? Can be taken in the form of you know okay, can be taken in the form of objectives. Okay, what may be probable objectives? Maybe for developing a good community relationship, for getting a scarce resource from there. A resource may be a materials or raw materials, or maybe some human resource, or generating finance in the form of having good price for the shares, right? So there may be n number of objectives which has to be decided before you people start with the community relationship process. Okay. So next we have something knowing the community. So once you people develop an objective, now before you people work on the objective, you people have to know about your community. So what exactly the characteristics of a community is? A type of people who are residing in that particular environment who is constituting a community. So what are their major requirements and a type of behavior, as I told you, that those people exhibit towards a different type of activities which are going to be carried out in those areas. Okay, so knowing the people, their behavior, right, their culture, their beliefs, their attitudes can help you people to understand, okay, how best objectives can be easily matched with the requirement of the community relationship. So next, third, we have like guidelines for effective community relations, the programs, right? So that this we are going to deal in detail in your next slides. Okay, what guidelines that we people have to have in our mind before we people are developing a community relationship program and making it more effective. Okay, and then fourth we have, once we people have a proper guidelines for these effective community relationship programs, the fourth we people can have like a communicating with the communities, reaching the community with certain channel or a media, right? So you people can reach them with certain message and the media, okay, and the channels required to reach them, the target audience who you people want to furnish the information which you require to do. And then fifth, we have like a channels of communications. As I told you, you people have to have a proper channel which will be making you to reach your targeted community. Fine. So we go one by one. As well, these are very common. The third one we people are going to discuss in detail. Okay, something is very elaborately been shown in your slide. Okay, for your benefit purpose. So we have something like guidelines for effective relationship programs. That first, what you people have to do is you should be very much clear about the type of program that you people are, planning to have. Okay, and along with that, you should be clear about the activities which you people are going to carry out in those programs. Okay, and strategically, or you say tactical objectives has to be pre-decided or specified. So the strategies what you people are developing and the tactical tactic that you people are using, a logical way of achieving the objectives has to be pre-decided, and it should be known by each and every person in the who is responsible for implementing these community relationship programs. Okay, and also you should have an idea, say, or we say desired output, what exactly you people want to have, okay, as an output immediately once you people implement these type of public say, or say, community relationship programs. Okay, and also remember, you should be knowing the outcomes before you people begin. It's a condition that before you start the program, okay, and if people are planning to execute it in actually in reality, you should be very much sure about what should be the outcomes that you are expecting. They have to have existence in reality. It has to be achieved at any cost, and those output has to come in such way that you people have to develop all these programs, activities, developing a strategies, having a tactical idea how to implement those programs. Fine. And ultimately, what is it? It also provides a basis for measurement of the results. Something these will be acting like controlling type of devices, where the against the actual performance you people are going to sorry, against the standards what you people are setting, the actual performance can be matched, and also found that what outcomes these people were expecting before implementing the program and how much you people have achieved it. So you people can match them, and then you people can see, understand it. So any deviation that you people find between the output results, what was planned and actually what has been achieved. So you can take some controlling measures, fine, and then you people can rework on that. Fine. Then PR goals should always be tied with, directly it has to be tied with the overall goals of the organization. So it says that you do anything when you people are working on community relationship programs. Remember in the mind that any output of that those programs should directly support in achievement of the goals of the organization. So whatever organization goals are there, they should be boosted because of the output what you people are getting out of these community relationship programs. Fine. So we have the second one, like differentiate between measuring PR outputs, which are usually very short term and surface. We do these the PR programs, the community relationship programs. We do it for the very shortest time. Some time period will be specified for it. Okay. Okay. And for example, like we have like the amount of press coverage received or exposure of an particular message. Now, certain message that you people want to transfer among the public, and you people have to have an idea that you have to have a measurement for how much coverage has to be done. Okay, what are the areas that has to be covered, right? Where your exactly the target audience are residing. Okay, along with that, how much a message being exposed to the targeted audience has to be also calculated. Now, PR output texts which are usually more far-reaching and can have more impact. Remember, these outputs of this PR will be having lot of impact on the community, fine, and also it will be having impact on the organization in return. It may be a positive impact or negative impact. It will be decided on the basis of the output which is been received by, sorry, achieved by the PR programs and the specialists who are working on that. Okay, example like we have determining if those to whom the activities are directed, whether those people have received it or not. Okay, and how much the attention that those people have paid towards the program or a communication what people have done to them. Okay, and along with that, how much level of understanding which has been generated, and what was the intention of the organization or say PR specialist in implementing these programs for those people, audience. How much those people have understood in the same way what these people were, trying to make them to understand. Okay. Along with that, if the understood message retains for a longer time in the minds of those community people, it's a questionable. So you people have to make them to get attention, okay, and let them understand in the way that you people are giving them to, fine, and also they have to retain those particular message for a longer time. And also we say PR outcomes uh, are in the form of like the programs or activities which can change opinion and also attitude levels and possibly the behavior patterns. So ultimately the PR outcomes or program outcomes are that certain ultimate behavior which is being expected by the organization among the community people, okay, whether that has been done or not. So that has to be clearly analyzed and measured and found. If it is found proper, it's okay. Otherwise, if there are certain deviation due to some misunderstanding that targeted audience have found it among the message which those people have received it from the organization side. Fine. So that time you people can may have some corrective actions. Okay. So along with that, we have to concentrate on media also. Okay, the content of the media. The people have to measure the content of the media. Especially we say while of great value need to be viewed as only a first step in the PR measurement and evaluation process. So media plays a very important role because sometimes the community people trust on the media, the type of media those people are exposed, and they believe in certain medias. And if those medias endorse your brand, okay, so if they endorse your message, I think on that basis we people can say conclude that the targeted audience or the community people will be believing it. So it all depends on measuring the content of the media. The media plays a very important role before you people, have measurement of this PR. You have to measure the media first. Okay, what it says, it can measure the possible exposure to a PR message and also the actual press coverage. However, it cannot. But remember, by itself, it won't happen. But you have to measure whether the target audience actually saw the messages and responded to them in any way. So you think of having certain exposure by using certain media for your message to the targeted audience. Fine. And how much actual coverage has happened, it is very easy it is not so easy, in fact, to analyze it from your side. But up to certain level, the PR specialist or say organization can measure it. Okay. On the basis of, how much this target audience have already received the message or saw the message. Okay. And in what way those people have to respond to the message can be easily understood on the basis of how much returns that you people get, okay, towards the organization from those people. Then we have there is no one simple all encompassing research tool. Now, for example, like as I told you, not easy, but to a certain extent you people can understand the measurement of the media and the message which has been delivered by it to the community people or say the public. It can be measured by using these research tools. So certain techniques can be used, a methodology which has to be used in measuring the PR program and evaluating the effectiveness of these PR programs. Fine. So research can be done once the implementation of PR program happens on the basis of the information received by pre-research. Okay, and after post-research can also be done to know whether the output of the PR program has been received or not. I mean, reached or not. Fine. So both type of research can be also used. Okay, so we have something usually a combination of different measurement techniques. If you please recall your research types of research design, what you people have referred in your semester 2 of research methodology subject. So this is what you people can just recall. I tell you what can be used out of it. Okay, where say like consideration should be given to any one or several type of techniques which you people can use in analyzing the PR program. Like media content analysis can be done. Okay, then cyberspace analysis and how much people are using this internet as a source in reaching the customers. Sorry, reaching the public. Okay, or the targeted audience. Then using your trade shows and event measurement, where you people have some trade shows, you participate in those trade shows, and you people can easily evaluate, right? And also event you conduct and what is the output of it, like sponsorship event, do you sponsor certain events, and what changes have happened in the maybe a sales can also be easily evaluated. Fine. Then we have polls and surveys, focus group you can use, experimental surveys can be done, right? Experimental research can also be done, like quasi experimental design, or you have ethnography studies, like you completely can rely on observation and see the behavior of the people after receiving the message. You can analyze with certain factors you people can pre-notice. Okay, before you people go for observation and then go on matching with them. Then participation of those or role playing techniques, projective techniques can be used like word completion techniques, right? Sentence completion techniques. So story completion techniques. So many type of you people can use a methodology or techniques in understanding the output of the major PR programs. Fine. Okay. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
So we have next something like be aware of attempts to precisely compare PR effectiveness to the advertising effectiveness, because when people are using media, the media will be advertising your message, right? So your PR program which is going to run in the media, okay, in the form of advertising, you people have to see compare and see that how much PR effectiveness is being generated by the advertising effectiveness. So the two forms of communication are like quite different from each other, and the fact that placement of advertising message can be controlled, whereas placement of PR message usually cannot be controlled. So you need to take so much of consideration into the mind for especially PR messages. So advertising, it runs whatever people give. So see to it that advertising campaign what you people are doing, it should be effective, no doubt. Technically it can be done, but when it comes to the conceptual of say PR messages, so holding that PR message content properly and circulating that from the advertising side to the targeted people or audience or say public is not so easy. So you should be very careful about first PR message which should be run properly into the advertising campaign. So we have next PR effectiveness can best be measured if an organization principal message or say key target audience groups and also desired channels of communication are clearly identified and understood in advance. They say PR effectiveness can be more effective, okay, and can be best measured if you know whether or what has to be compared with that. So if you want to compare the PR effectiveness, and you should be knowing that whether that it's an organization or it's a target group or say a channel which we people are using to communicate, right? That will be helping you people to define that what may be the proper or say possible effectiveness of PR you people can expect. Fine. So next we have like the PR measurement and evaluation process should never carry out in isolation. They say you cannot carry out them in the isolation, and people have to have variety of say alternatives, or you people should be more diversified and just not focusing on only the PR components. You should also focus on some other factors which are directly or indirectly supporting the PR programs. Okay, so whenever and or say whatever and whenever it is possible, it is always important that you people have to link what was being planned and what is being accomplished, okay, through these PR programs. So see to it that the overall goals, objectives, strategies, and the tactics of the organization, okay, as a whole, which will be helping to be achieved because of the PR outputs. Okay. So any doubts you people have till here? Any doubts that you people have till here?
No, sir.
Okay. So we have certain what we say like specific functions which has to be carried out by a public relation, right? So the major functions which any public relation, especially when it comes to the community relationship, they they can be categorized by a public with which relationship are established. Okay, one, and to whom you people are going to make an appeal that you want to make them to understand or accept certain policies which you people have developed. Along with that, certain procedures, it may be a course or any product or services which you people are developing, okay, and taking decision over it, has to be accepted by those committee people or the public. So major thing is one, building a relationship, okay, establishing such relationship with the public, and also making them to accept, okay, by understanding it. Fine, understanding those policies, procedures, and individuals cause or product or services. Fine. So this has to be kept in the mind. So any organization comes with certain policy and procedures. Sometimes what happens, there will be a resistance from the public or maybe a community we say as a whole. So it will be a resistance. But how do people appeal, have an appeal towards them, okay, for the procedures or whatever policies you people are developing and making them to understand it. Let them accept it on the basis of you taking a lot of efforts in building a good relationship with them can help. So we have some different type of relationship in the form like community relationship what we people were discussing, okay, from last half an hour. Like community relationship, a public relations is a function consisting of organization which is going to plan and is going to achieve, and also it is going to continue participation with and within a community to maintain and enhance its environment to the best the benefit of both the organization and the community. Here this community relationship purely works on what? Here, whatever activities let them do, okay, whatever programs it is being carried out from the side of an organization, it purely works on win-win type of situation where the output of those PR programs should be adding to the benefit of both organization and the public. So it doesn't mean that just two people are giving benefit to the community. In fact, they are going to expect in return from the community also certain benefits what those people are going to gain by having a community relationship, okay, or developing and building a relationship with that. So it will be beneficiary for both, okay. So it's going to plan, it is going to achieve it, and also it is going to get a participation, okay, among the community. Fine. So both, even say like organization also obviously it participates because it is the only one which is going to develop and implement the programs. Along with that, even certain group or individuals will be also participating in those community relationship programs. Fine, and it will be benefit for both of them. So we have employee relationship. It is something a relationship which is going to be built within the organization with the internal employees. Okay, we say employees of the organization. The employee relationships are going to be dealing with and communicating with the employees of the organization. This includes what you can build a better team among the organization. Will be very much dedicated towards the organization in achieving them and empowering the employees, taking them to the next level of their ability or the skills what has to be there, okay, for their career advancement as well as having advanced performance, okay, giving more and more opportunity organization. And we have next government relations, now dealing and communicating with legislatures and also government agencies or on behalf of the organization. We're having a relationship with any legislature or say we say it as government agencies which are going to be governing certain activities of the organization, where organization has to take prior permission from them, okay, and then those people can implement such programs or say any activities of the organization. Now, financial relations, they can have a good relationship with certain say groups or interested people among the industries, right? Like banks, they can have a good relationship with the banks where dealing with the finance, having good relations with the banks can also get them some good ODs, right? In the maybe in some problematic situations where banks can also help them without any surety if they have a good financial relationship with those interest groups among the same industry. We have next on media relations. This is purely the relationship which an organization has or builds with the media people, news media people, what we say. So dealing and communicating with the news media when seeking publicity or responding to the reporters' questions. Fine. So if you want to reach your public, the only way that you people can reach is one or the other media, and you have to take a help from them. So even you should have a good relationship with them. We have one module on this also, where media relation, how we have community relationship. Even we have a media relationship, a module which people are going to deal. Then we have public affairs. It's common like dealing and communicating with the government and the group within no, sorry, with regard to the social, we say societal or we public policy, right? Action and other decision. It includes all the general public, the government, okay, also some legislation lawfully which we people have to follow them, okay, etc. So we have some criteria for community relationship activities, like creating something needed that did not exist before. So basic thing, if you want to have some activities in building a community relationship, you should find something which is not done before. So that unique thing that you people can come into, right? Or maybe certain cause that or maybe certain problems which is not been addressed by any of the other companies for that particular community, and you people can take care of that. So you can take that into a consideration and develop a program on that in building where those people give lot of attention towards in organization if they are having a unique way of approaching the community, fine, in building a relationship. Then we have eliminating something that is community problem, right? So you should find a type of problem what a community is facing and work on it and eliminate that that problem from the community. So you have to work on solving the problem of the community which they are facing in present. So developing a means of self-determination, you should be very much dedicated towards community, right? And you cannot take it so lightly because a small mistake can lead to a very bigger misunderstanding among the community towards the organization. So broadening the use of something that exists to include have-nots. Example, like we have economically disadvantaged people. Example, like where those people were never um, touch in helping them, right? If you people do that, probably that can also help you. This is an example for that. Then we have sharing the equipment, facilities, and professional expertise with the other institutions, right? Who are required. You for any technical institution, if you are an organization, okay, who is into production, okay, and supply, where you people can also share your facilities for the students who can learn practical things, right? Where if those type of equipments or software which cannot be procured by those institutions, you people can show them a demo, help the people to have internship in your organization, let them understand, and you people are developing skills among them. So somewhere this can also be one criteria you can keep in the mind. And next we have reconstituting or repairing and redusting of the committed relationship which is already been developed. It has to be taken for longer time. People have to have looking into the committed relationship all the time, okay, just to have and maintain that relationship for a longer time, tutoring or counseling and training the people, okay, and also activating the others which they are going to indulge into such community relationship programs, right? So we have two things here, like corporate social responsibility, and then we have philanthropy. Now this CSR is a must, say a government which has set. It differs from state to state or some government to government. The policies will be changing year by year, okay, where some amount of the profit which an organization has earned, that amount of some profit which has to be spent over social well-being or developing a good society into which the company is residing. So when we say like corporate social responsibility, we say in short we call it as CSR. Also we can say it as corporate. It is going to be called as corporate conscience, or we say it as corporate citizenship, or maybe a responsible business which has to be shown towards the your say a society which into which an organization or corporation is running. So in the form of say corporate self-regulation, integrate your business model. They say into the business model also those people are going to add this as one part which has to be taken care by the organization. Okay, and then the term generally applies to efforts that go beyond what may be required by regulators or environmental protection groups. You see, whatever the say government agencies or say any body which is going to certify an organization on the basis of CSR, what minimum thing those people have to maintain, okay, their contribution towards the society. Fine, or it may be some environmental protection groups which will be opposing working style of the organization. They set certain standard which has to be achieved by these corporations or say organizations. Sometimes this CSR says that you can go beyond that. Beyond that, what minimum thing, say for example, 2% of the profit has to be shared or maybe invest into CSR activities by the organization. They can go with the 40%. They can go with the 20% of that. So there are many organizations in the in the different industries where they spend a maximum amount on CSR just to build a good relationship with the say the society or the community. So we, as I told you, it can be also said or referred as corporate citizenship, which will be involved in incurring very short-term costs that do not provide an immediate financial benefits. If they invest today for 2% or 10% or 30% of their profit for this year, immediately in the next year they don't receive that benefit. So this is a benefit which those people are going to receive on the basis of continuous the effort that organization puts in improving the society, right? So it is something a long term, and also it is going to promote a positive social and environmental change in the future. So we have something like philanthropy. This is a type of a practice which an organization does, where it gives the money and also time to help make life better of the people, other people, okay, who are residing in that particular society or community. Also, we say it as like love to the humanity, where there will be a sense of caring among say corporations towards the societies, okay, and nurturing the society, developing the society also, enhancing the society to be more capable by increasing the lifestyle, giving more security for them, okay, to survive in the society. What we say it as what is to be a human on the both the side, where benefits should be gained for both of them. The benefit also should come back to the organization, and also the benefit should also go to the society. Right? This is what we call as philanthropy. And one biggest thing, if you see news channels nowadays, any new organization is going to be set up in certain problem, there will be certain groups which will be opposing it. So we say it as we say those people as a community activism, where these people, a group of people, will be always looking into societal benefits at any problem if it is going to be generated by the organization and its operations in those areas. If it is affecting the society or the environment around the organization, they are going to have a lot of resistance in making the organization operate in those areas. So we have like particular societal and community circumstances give rise to special challenges, and also sometimes it will be an opportunity for the organization in developing a good community relationship. Fine. So the problems with activism can rise in the in spite of any organization best effort to cooperate with its community. Sometimes the organization puts a lot of effort in having a good relationship with the community, but these people or activism whom we say a group of people who are working, they will affect in one or the other way. Fine. So these community activists can also exert undue pressure, or sometimes it will be very unreasonable, influence in attempting to raise public consciousness about the issues. Sometimes they go against the organization, okay, make the public to raise their voice against the organization, and sometimes concern that more often based on the emotion than the scientific fact. These people work on more emotion rather than the scientific fact. But sometimes these people are also very right at their end, because the operations of the organization in those particular area environment can damage the people's health, environmental peace what the people are experiencing in those areas. So sometimes to stop it, those people are going to also oppose the organization. So there are many ways nowadays by the use of CSR, which any damage organization does to the environment, it is also responsible for rectifying that damage, solving the problem of that particular damage. So ultimately, this is all about your module 4, which talks about very smallest module it is, which says that how best people can keep a community relationship, okay, and also how much important it means for any organization to have a good relationship with the community. Okay, so this was all about uh, your module 4. You have any doubts? Do people have any doubts?